Chapter 3, Gerda's Search. In town, no one knew where Kay had gone. All through the cold, dead winter, Gerda was too sad to do anything. But when spring came, with no sign of her best friend, she decided to look for him. The river flows a long way, she thought. Perhaps the river has passed him on its travels. Putting on her best red shoes, she went down to the river and asked, "If I give you my new red shoes, will you take me to Kay?" She threw her shoes into the river as a gift, but they floated back to her. So she climbed into a boat to throw them further in, and the boat swept her away. She floated for hours. Gerda was afraid, but she couldn't turn back. She hoped the river would take her past someone who had seen Kay, but she saw no one. As dusk fell, she spotted a rose-covered cottage. The boat began to drift to the bank, and an old woman hobbled over and said, "You poor child, are you lost?" The old woman helped Gerda onto the bank, and Gerda told her all about Kay. She described their happy days playing until he suddenly changed. Now the old woman wasn't wicked, but she did know a little magic, and she lived a lonely life. "I'll make sure the girl stays with me," she muttered, and cast a spell. To be extra sure, she made all her roses vanish. She didn't want to remind Gerda of the roses at home and her search for Kay. Her magic worked. Gerda played happily in the woman's garden, and her old life was soon no more real than a dream. Even so, sometimes she had a feeling that something wasn't quite right. Gerda might have stayed in the cottage forever, but one day she spotted a painted flower on the woman's sun hat. It was a rose. In that moment, Gerda remembered everything. "Kay," she cried, "how could I forget you? Oh, I've wasted so much time." Without even saying goodbye to the old woman, she ran away.